So welcome back to Decoy Court, where today we're covering more r/am I the a-hole, with today's featured post being, am I the antagonist for not letting a woman join our personal bubble in MMA class? So OP writes, my MMA gym has opened back up for the first time since quarantine was imposed, and members were advised to create a personal bubble consisting of your usual training partners and to stick to it for all classes. They also halved class sizes and reduced class time to 45 to 50 minutes. So I went around about creating a bubble consisting of my usual training buddies who are all similar size to me, and just as we were getting ready to warm up, a short petite woman who none of us had seen before asked to join because she thought we seemed nice and got along well with each other. I was the first to respond and politely rejected her, to which she took great offense to and demanded to know why. I stayed polite and friendly throughout, but told her that we were all significantly bigger and stronger than her, and we couldn't spar and drill at the intensity we liked. She was also new to martial arts, and there would be a huge skill gap in the group, meaning each one of us would have to sacrifice valuable training time and teaching her basic things. Under normal circumstances, I'm happy to help new members, but we are limited to how much time we can spend in the gym, and I want to get back to the level I was pre-lockdown. She joined another group better suited to her, but after she and her group kept giving me pissed off looks during the session, the guys I trained with said after that, taking her in wouldn't have been a huge deal and it would have avoided any awkwardness. She went to complain to an assistant coach after the class and spun it around as me being sexist who wouldn't let her into our boys club. Now my reputation is damaged within the gym, and the guys who I'm supposed to train with until lockdown is no longer an issue are peeved at me. I feel as a paying member who has no coaching obligations within the gym, I have the right to choose who I train with, especially during these strange times. Am I the antagonist? And too long didn't read. Told the woman that she wouldn't have been a good fit for our training group on the basis of size and experience. So taking the case right over to Decoy Court for my knee-jerk reaction to the situation, and I can already tell with these scenarios where it's like something to deal with a boys club or sexism or something, it'll be controversial no matter what my reply is, because it'll piss off somebody. But I'm saying with this situation that it seems that the gym gave them rules, less training time, train with people that you are comfortable with, that you know, and make the classes, well, not the classes, the sparring partner groups small as possible. Adding another person is in direct contradiction to what they're asking them to do, and also the simple fact that he was being nice about it. He said, hey, look, I can't train with you the same way I would train with other guys. I'm not a coach. I'm not here to give you the basics. Go with a different group that's going to be more suited to your needs. And the idea is, I also have the same thing. It's like, I'm not the biggest, buffest dude, and I have lots of friends that like to go to the gym as well. So when we go to the gym, I do understand if they want to get a really good pump in, and they're all doing, like we're doing bench presses one day, or they're doing deadlifts another day. I know we're stacking 2 plates and a couple 25s on the side for them to do the bench press. And then when it's my turn, taking off the plates, we're putting 1 plate on, and little safety clamps on. Okay, Decoy, it's your turn. All right, good job, buddy. All right, let's put 2 plates back on, 25 plates, and let's go pound some more Bang energy drinks or whatever. Like, I get that it's a thing where if the gym told us, hey, look, even though we're outdoors right now, we have to make it so you guys can only spend 30 minutes here and you can only work out 3 guys. Would it be kind of messed up if they said, hey, Decoy, we're going to need to get the other muscle heads, you're slowing us down, and also you don't do the rotation as much as us? I would get it, though. It's not a thing where I need to be like, oh my god, they are weightsist. I'm not as big as them, so I need to get somebody else. I need to Karenism this, speak to their boss, and make sure that they allow me to work out with them, because we're just on different levels, and that's perfectly fine. It sounds like there was a light at the end of the tunnel because she found a group that was more suited to her needs. It was like maybe her skill set, maybe her weight class, and depending on MMA, like this could be mixed martial arts, so there could be striking, and it's like a situation. Even holding the mitts for somebody much larger than me, it's kind of hard on my muscles and my joints because they just strike so much more heavier. And the idea, if it's that, one thing, but if it was just like, they're rolling Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and they're on the ground, it may be beneficial for them to roll with people of just, different body types and weight classes, because that's the nature of that sport. But if it's MMA, it's lots of different things. They're holding like, Muay Thai pads and holding up a giant thing while they kick full force and everything. Having a much smaller person at a different weight class would be a thing where they're not having a training partner. They are training a student, because she's not going to be able to hold the pads the same way that, a veteran at his level is going to be. Not to say we need to disclude them, but just an idea of they're shortening class times. They're trying to get in as best training as possible. Their organization told them, hey, look, you need to only train the people you know. It makes sense that. So Decoy Court is going to go ahead and say not the antagonist, but over here in DecoyNoise, you come here because we give the decoy defense. We figure out how to flip it around and how they would be the bad guy. And I could see this as a situation where she wasn't, just a regular person that hadn't been trained. She was someone like Jennifer Lopez from Enough. But she got there. She's facing some situations where there may or may not be someone picking on her at home, or she's trying to feel more secure in her neighborhood that's gotten really bad recently. And she gets in the MMA gym. She's very scared, and she's like, "Look, she's like a high school student. She's like, there's some people that are picking on me. They're roughly your size. I just want some self-confidence. I want to learn how to defend myself." And OP's like, look, I don't care about your issues, okay? Take your Lifetime original movie and get out of my movies about me becoming the next Conor McGregor or whatever. Like, he was all about him. She looked like she needed some help. It looked like she wasn't in the best time, and he took that time to like reverse slam dunk on her and be like, "No, this is not your movie. This is my movie. Get out of it." I mean, obviously, it's ridiculous. It's just somebody that, I don't know if Jennifer Lopez in Enough, I didn't see that entire movie and I'm talking about it, but I don't know if she would, if she was being told that she couldn't do something, that she's talking to the assistant coach to say, "They won't let me play with them." I don't know if that was part of the scene, so I'm going to go ahead and say, like, backing away from that. Decoy Court's just about absurdity, so that's why you come to this channel, not a different faceless channel. But yes, my judgment still stands. OP, you're not the antagonist as long as it came from, "Hey, look, I would love to train you. I'd love to work out with you, but my time is limited. Our bubbles need to be limited, and this is just the sad fact of what's going on right now." So, as always, Decoy Court will take a brief recess right now, and I'm going to encourage you to go in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you would do in that situation, but also, if you would like, join that Decoy Koi Pond by subscribing down below and turning on those notifications so you can be a part of the conversation every single day at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, let's take that break and right now get to the top comment, which is the prosecution, which says, "Not the antagonist. It sounds like having her train with your group would be a potential safety issue." And yes and no, I could see that. But OP came back to say, "Would have been dangerous for both parties. Beginners don't know how to spar safely, and there's always a greater risk of injury when there's a significant weight and strength gap between the two fighting." And that would be a situation if they're grappling and their weight is on their weight, like their ligaments are just not used to holding. If he's 280 and she's 115, she could really injure one of her joints. It wouldn't be a good look for anybody. So the next top comment is, "Not the antagonist. I'm as feminist as it gets, but weight classes in martial arts exist for a reason. There are plenty of women who can handle their own against lighter men. My husband used to spar with women, sometimes doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu. He was about 150-ish pounds at the time, and he found it useful since women are usually more flexible, so it gave him more practice with different hold techniques. So no matter how large or strong you are as a woman, there are always going to be men who are larger and stronger, so you can only safely spar with other larger men. Refusing to spar with a woman because she's too experienced and or a much lighter weight class isn't sexism, it's just safety." And I like the idea is people are understanding that this isn't a you can't be a part of the boys club situation. It's just like, hey, look, we're different people. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I understand that we want equality and we want to try to make it so it's all inclusive, but not at the expense of safety for people or just someone that it's not his job. I'm sure if she's a paying member of this gym, this MMA gym, and there's coaches, there should be somebody there that's going to give her money's worth, train her on the beginners things, and take time out of their day just to hold mitts for her, to teach her beginners level grappling, and that's their job. It's not somebody that is also a paying customer to say, okay, I'm not going to get a good work in today, I'm going to just train you as well. So let's say the prosecution's always top comments. Let's go ahead and shoot over to those controversial comments for a defense. So they said, "Were your buddies by any chance trying to get with her, or maybe just that lady? Not the antagonist. I've done my fair share of martial arts, and it's always better to learn the basics with someone your own size. Why start with an increased difficulty level? It's a ridiculous reason to be offended. That's why I have this sneaking suspicion that she took your no as a rejection. And we always find this comment in the comment section where they're just trying to say, like, any interaction between a guy and a girl is meaning that they want to sleep together. Like, that's the only thing they have. Like I said, the joke right now is, hashtag nice guys and Microsoft Excel have one thing in common. They're always mistaking things for dates, where he thinks, oh, can I train with you guys? You look like you're experienced and you're having a good time. I'm new to the town. Let me hang out with you guys. That's a normal thing people do. But this guy over here is like, oh yeah, that's her trying to hook up with me. Obviously, there's nobody that wants to work out and train and learn and better themselves and get a nice workout in other than people that are trying to hook up with somebody else. And also the idea that Microsoft Excel, you type in any number, it's always trying to tell you it's December 1990 or some random nonsense. But getting back to this over here is the idea that it's maybe the friends were like, oh, maybe we were trying to get with her, she could have joined our class or whatever. It's like, okay, well, let them try to hit on her on their own time. If OP's trying to work out and trying to better himself and get back into shape before he was when the gym closed down, let him do that. They can just talk to her after the class. They can just try to speak to her, like, on their own accord, whatever it may be. But no, this is a random thing where some people just cannot see the world beyond the lens of, hey, you like to have friends, you like to have training partners, you like to live your life. It's not always about, there's a girl, let's be with her. No, that's ridiculous. So, sometimes I get too harsh. Sometimes I get in tangents, but I feel that's the hook behind DecoyNoise and Decoy Court, as opposed to the faceless Reddit reading channels and also the robot reading channels. They have no personal touch. I feel like this channel right here is a cool little hangout spot that either you're no longer in work right now, you're no longer in school, and you're missing out on those just gossip conversations you have with your friends and these long form things. So if you like what I'm doing, please consider subscribing down below and also sharing the video. If you know someone that is needing somebody to be talking in the background while they draw, while they do homework, or while they're sitting at home missing their water cooler talk, make sure you share the video, maybe the channel entirely with them. But as always, if you don't want to do any of that, that's perfectly fine. Just put it on autoplay and check out one of these episodes of DecoyNoise coming up next.